I wanted to show off a fun thing I was using Claude to make. Pretty cool idea, I guess, but if you ever played an old game called Sim Earth, or Sid Meier's Earth, I think that's a better name for it. I played a lot on an emulation device on my dad's laptop when I was younger. I've always been enamored with the idea of simulating, well, Earth. And so I've been using the Claude tool because it is a very complex topic I don't fully understand, but I think it's kind of fun to try to simulate life a bit. So right now, we just have a very basic planet, quote unquote. It's just a bunch of octagons and hexagons constructing a sphere. Right now, there is no life, as you can see here. But what we can do is we can click on a tile and go boop, 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 and we planted 3 plants. Now, right now, we are running at 1 day a tick. And so, currently, these plants are on top of each other because they don't spawn where you click them. But after these plants reproduce for the first time, they'll actually start to spread out across the planet. Mainly, I just wanted to watch as things happen. So here you can see, like, ID, plant 1, 2, 3. Mature, yes. So now they can all have seeds. The energy they have accrued, how old they are. This is in days. I'm not sure what G is. G is growth. There's actually a little help function that I had built in, because a lot of times, because I'm not making it, this AI right here is spitting out crap as I like just talk to it. So a lot of times it's doing things I understand. So I had to make a help function. So it's like, okay, scales every delivered dim. I really wish you would stop abbreviating bullshit. Scales every delivered dim. I'm guessing dimension, cost, capture, weight, reaches 0.1 mature, yes, can reproduce. I don't know. Maybe this is from 0 to 1 is like its growth state. And so yes is mature, so it's fully grown. What is this one? Right now it's not super abundant how that works. I'll look into it more. Currently you can see genes. Oh, there you go, it's updating. And I'm thinking like it has a set of 11 genes it's picking from, and I'm guessing blue mean, red mean. I'm not too sure either. Z-score versus world. Maybe this is like average of what it's doing. I'll have to look into it a little further. Again, the Magic AI machine made this, so I've mainly been talking at it. I'll have to go into further understanding of what it's doing. Resources. This one's actually pretty self-explanatory. These are the resources available to the plant based off of, like, you know, like its leaves, its energy collection, its sun tolerance, its roots depth, and width. Not width, but like basically how far it spreads out. Because I wanted to add something a lot of these other sims seem to kind of leave out, which is like plants should be fighting as well. A lot of people kind of forget plants are also in an evolutionary arms race against everything else. And a lot of times they're just kind of a static thing that exists. So right now I'm trying to get a very robust plant evolution sim going before I slap animals on top of it to interact with them. But like water share. How much of the tiles water pool to this plant got this tick? How much of the tiles water pool this plant got this tick? Each tick by tile comparing to each weight. Okay, so it's actually by tick. So I guess they're splitting it up. These little ones don't have a whole lot, so they're just kind of boned. About cost here. Sun. I think sun is also a limited resource. I wanted like plants to be able to overshade each other, so tall plants would kind of outcompete smaller plants. Yeah. So right now, Sim's going pretty slow, so barely anything's actually happened. We have 11 plants in the world, but we can actually look at things based off of sun. So right now, sun's static, so here you can see the equator gets the most sunlight throughout the year, and then these are the poles, so they get less and less sunlight. There is no axial wobble yet to be added, so right now, the equator is just the best place to get sun, but it's also, like, there's always sun. Count. We can get a generalized idea of like how many plants are in a region. This is averaged across the globe, but since they're all right here, this is all we got. Energy, you can see energy gain, very little efficiency because they're just starting out, very high efficiency. Death, are things dying places? Oh, nothing's dying right now. And then gene, we can like, it's like stem height, I believe. Those stem heights, so probably really tall stems, medium stems, and lowest stems. Basically, it's colored so you can kind of get an idea what traits are where, like root depth. but that's also not very good at displaying the information. So what I like to do is I like to go to gene plot instead. And what this does is it helps you get an idea of average across the globe, to see what plants are trending towards. By the way, all plants are the same species, quote unquote, right now. There is a reproductive gene set. If I click on one of these plants, they have chromosomes to like, basically when they get the genetic drift of these chromosomes is too far, they won't actually like interbreed anymore. So, or basically it becomes kind of like a failing chance. So as speciation begins, the plant starts to diverge into another plant, and so they can't interbreed anymore. And to arrange, because I also know plants are kind of wonky with cross-pollination anyways. So, yeah. But here we have gene trends, so you can kind of see what a gene is trending towards. So, like, sun tolerance. That's very important for a plant. They need the sun, so they're going to become tolerant to it. If we click on the help, allow deviation from sun optimum before climate stress kicks in. Wider TOL, more tiles where germination plus survival okay. No metabolism cost penalty, cheap to evolve, broad tolerance. I'll need to look into that more. Doesn't sound right. Sun optimum, preferred annual insulation for this plant. Degermination requires tile sun within tolerance of optimum. Climate stress outside this tolerance brings the plant takes damage. Okay, so leaf efficiency. Sun captured linear multiplier, high efficiency, more efficiency from sun. And so you can just kind of look at what things are happening. And if I just go ahead and speed this along, run it at a much faster rate, and I'll also have things update a little bit faster. Oh, I also have system debugging, so I can actually see what's happening right now. Right now, this is pretty light, but as we start getting to 4,000-ish plants, it starts to eat system a little bit more. If we actually control, I think it's control task manager. If we go to, there it is, Python, it's only using about 100 megabytes of memory, which is pretty good. Also, you can start to see things happening. So like seed count, small versus few rich seeds. Basically, you can see like at what rate things want to, how many seeds they're gonna have. So like plants figure out pretty quickly having lots of seeds is a good idea. Crazy idea. They also start having way more efficient leaves. By the way, this climbs a lot before it starts to plateau. I've seen in like simulations. So on optimum, you'll see a lot of things start to just kind of skyrocket up. Sun tolerance seems to have just kind of plateaued. Stem height. Interesting. The average is actually pretty small. I don't know if that's because a lot of these plants are young, or if like, oh man, what would it be? I don't know if these plants are just young plants or not, if that makes sense. I'll slow down the sim a bit, because I think they're dying young. A lot of these plants are dying. They die really quickly and easily. But also you get like these ones here. I might like age. Age might be good to see if plants are actually living to their optimums. Actually, this is a good example. All these ones are mature, they're grown. They're actually not that tall. Stem height, yeah. I need stem heights here. We'll turn global off, and let's go to this one. Oh, first we gotta hold control. Shift. Gotta control click to viewed multiple. So, similar story there, but let's look here real quick. So the average here is they want tall stems. And if we go here, what is driving? I don't know if it's like age of like colonization of an area. This is the backplane, so a lot of things took a long time to get here. I'm not sure what forces drive what in the sim yet. Like you see low stem height, and then it's up again. The global is kind of like, oh, and then it dropped again. But a lot of them died too. Maybe it's just they're dying. Yeah, then it trends back down to basically no stem height. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of these seeds just die before they ever get to be viable, which kind of makes sense. Plants die quite a bit. I don't know if you've ever gardened, but plants die a lot. It's kind of sad, especially when you have your hopes on them. Yeah, but you can see a lot of interesting things like stem radius. Maybe what I want to do is I will have you be able to compare a couple of these to see if there's any like relations between them. I think that'd be a very good idea, but Claude is a limited resource they release by like 4-hour intervals. Makes it kind of annoying to play with. I kind of feel like that's maybe like an addictive like thing they do to try to suck you in. It's such a neat fucking tool to just be able to do weird shit like this. I can't wait to get other features going, but it's a neat little tool and I like it. No leaf area. Let's just look at the globe. The globe? I wonder if tall plants have lots of leaves, maybe. Plus, I wanna get these leaves to render a little bit better than this. Kind of sad. I wonder if I wonder if nothing's being occluded. I'll have to look into that. Anyways, that was probably a boring video, but I'm gonna edit this and upload it. Mwah, mwah.